destroy my world! So fast, you're still following this?
Welcome back to the channel, y'all, and if you're new, welcome. You saw the meme at the beginning of the video. We're talking about Kikoru. Don't worry about that. But Kaiju number 9's plans are getting more and more ominous by the second. And the most weird part to me is his plans are not fully played out yet, but ours aren't yet either. And we'll get into that in the video. Let's get into it. So just like we talked about at the end of chapter 76, these 5 kaiju that pulled up are all within the daikaiju range. We haven't actually figured out their fortitude levels yet, and I'm very curious to see what they are, which I'm sure we're going to get readings on them as they start releasing their outputs to fight our soldiers, right? But seeing the entrance to even number 15 on the scene, bro, is terrifying at this point. Thank the Lord that none of these kaiju actually attacked anybody the first time that they pulled up on the scene. Because to think about the amount of lives that they could have taken out since nobody had evacuated this area or any of these areas is wild, bro. Just like comprehending the fact that they didn't attack the first time is wild, man. But whenever 15 pulled up to Kikoru, it shot that like hollow blast out of its face and immediately took out 6 officers off rip, bro. Kikoru tried to turn around and tell her comrades to dodge the blast before it could hit them, but before Kikoru could even finish getting everything out, these people were demolished. This is a terrifying feat, bro. Like, I had goosebumps just watching the entrance to 15 on the scene. And on top of that, right after Kikoru dodged it, 15 turned back into like the darker haired version of Kikoru and said, "I knew that you were gonna dodge that tiny blast, little Kikoru. And bro, you better quit talking that trash, bro. Talking down, making us look like shrimps. And you too small." No, we're not. No, we're not. And then right after it's announced to everybody in the defense force that we've lost 6 vital signs off of 1 attack, Narumi finally pieces it all together. He says, "Hoshina, my dumb disciple, aka Kikoru, Mina at the Tachikawa base, myself, the 1st Division's main squadron. The goal right now isn't to destroy our facilities, it's to separate and eliminate our main forces." And dog, that's when you just got to imagine Kaiju number 9 just playing that big brain chess move. This is what he has been setting up this whole time. He's putting all of us at a disadvantage. We talked about this last video, dog. At this point, none of these kaiju at this size and this fortitude should be soloed at all. And everybody knows that, as well as Kaiju number 9. And what's even worse is that we know for sure that 9 still has cards up its sleeve, right? We still have not seen all the kaiju that are gonna be identified. Where's the glowing white kaiju? Where is it at? And where is it gonna pull up at? And on top of that, when is Kaiju number 9 pulling up itself to fight? That is the scariest thing that we have to fight yet. We haven't even fought a 9 at its full strength. We just saw 9 right after it fused and basically flew off after that. But even right after it fused and wasn't even full combat ready yet, it was scrapping Narumi and Kafka at the same time, dog. At the same time. But I'm done talking about the kaiju right now, because humans are up. Humans are up. Because right after this happens, Narumi buzzes over to Kikoru and says, "Hey, I'm sure that you've noticed by now, but I cannot send any backup your way. You're gonna have to take that thing out by yourself." And whenever she first hears those words, she has a look of shock on her face, but I think it was more shock of just coming to that realization that it's time to get the job done. I don't got another choice if that's what the case is. And she just starts thinking to herself, I've always been the one to get bailed out. Time after time after time, she thinks about Kafka bailing her out all the way early in the 1st volume. She thinks about Mina bailing her out way back in the 2nd volume. And now she even thinks about Hoshina bailing her out whenever Kaiju number 10 attacked the base. And she thinks that it's always somebody else that has to fight, bro. It's always somebody else that takes out the powerful threats. But this time, it's about to be her. And right after that, bro, she says back to Narumi, I had no other thoughts in my mind than taking this kaiju out by myself, and leveled up to 84% suit output percentage. Oh my gosh, bro. I know everybody that read this chapter was just as lit as I was seeing that scene, man. I was speechless seeing that. I was not expecting her output percentage to be that high, and as well as Hoshina wasn't expecting it to be that high. Mina wasn't expecting it to be that high. But to see how far she came, everybody was ready to fight. And on top of this, we also gotta think, part of the reason that I said that humans are up is because we still have all of our surprise factors. You gotta recall way back to, I can't even remember what chapter it was, but I'll probably post it up on the screen whenever I'm editing. But Hoshina told everybody in the defense force that even though 9 absorbed number 2 as well as Isao and got all of the knowledge that Isao had, it only has the knowledge that Isao had, right? Isao doesn't know about a few things. Isao doesn't know about Kafka learning how to do this squadron style. Isao doesn't know about Kaiju number 10 and Hoshina using that weaponized version yet. Isao doesn't know about Reno and the number 6 suit. So there's a lot of different things that we have ready for Kaiju number 9 that Kaiju number 9 can't be ready for either. So there's gonna be a lot of trump cards getting played from both sides, and I'm very interested to see how that ends up working out in the end. Some general stuff, we did kind of miss a couple of the fights last chapter. We'll just go through them all in general again. Narumi's gonna end up versing off against Kaiju number 11. Hoshina's gonna end up versing off against Kaiju number 12. It looks like the Tachibana platoon as well as Ren's platoon is gonna verse Kaiju number 13 jointly. That's the super fast looking Kaiju that looks like Group. And then Mina's gonna end up versing the floating 3-faced Evangelion looking Kaiju number 14. And then finally, last but not least, Kikoru is taking on her darker self. Black Kikoru? Damn. Kaiju number 15 though. So yeah, I am super excited honestly to see Ren versing number 13. She's gonna be with other people, but I just really want to see Ren in action for the first time like crazy. As well as I am very, very excited to see Narumi, yo. I think Narumi is gonna go 100% output for the first time. So we'll see what ends up happening. What fight are you most excited to see in this upcoming battles? I really think that honestly we're gonna see Kikoru versing off first. I wonder if it's gonna be like split in between chapters, like we'll see a bunch of Kaiju fights in different chapters, or if it's just gonna focus on one fight at a time. Who knows? Other than that, y'all, arigato for watching the video. Tune in for more. I actually got another video coming out here soon. I got a plot point that I want to talk about with our main character, Kafka. I want to see if y'all agree with it at all. So yeah, other than that, man, I just have to keep on rereading a little bit of Kaiju to fully get that plot point out. So I'll get that here soon, probably in the next week or two. Yeah, I'll talk to y'all later, man. Peace.